World War I, also known as the Great War, was a global conflict that lasted from 1914 to 1918, involving many of the world's great powers. Triggered by the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary on June 28, 1914, tensions between European nations escalated rapidly due to a complex web of alliances and long-standing rivalries. The war fundamentally transformed the political landscape of Europe and set the stage for the 20th century. The immediate cause of World War I was the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand in Sarajevo by a Bosnian Serb nationalist on June 28, 1914. Austria-Hungary, seeking retribution and fearing Serbian nationalist movements, issued an ultimatum to Serbia. When Serbia's response did not satisfy Austria-Hungary, they declared war on Serbia on July 28, 1914. Russia, bound by treaty to Serbia, began mobilizing its forces. Germany, allied with Austria-Hungary, declared war on Russia on August 1, 1914, and invaded neutral Belgium to strike at France. This violation of Belgian neutrality drew Britain, also bound by treaty to Belgium, into the war on August 4, 1914. The war quickly expanded beyond Europe as European colonial empires were drawn into the conflict. The Allies, primarily comprising France, Britain, Russia, Italy, and later the United States, fought against the Central Powers, which included Germany, Austria-Hungary, the Ottoman Empire, and Bulgaria. The war was characterized by trench warfare on the Western Front, where both sides dug in and engaged in brutal, costly battles with little territorial gain. The Eastern Front, by contrast, saw more fluid movement and larger territorial shifts. Technological advancements such as machine guns, artillery, tanks, and poison gas made World War I one of the deadliest conflicts in history up to that point. The scale of casualties was unprecedented, with an estimated 10 million military deaths and 7 million civilian deaths as a result of the war and its related hardships. The war also witnessed the use of propaganda on a large scale to mobilize populations and demonize the enemy. The United States entered the war in 1917, tipping the balance in favor of the Allies. American troops bolstered Allied forces, contributing fresh manpower and resources that helped break the stalemate on the Western Front. The entry of the United States, motivated by German unrestricted submarine warfare and the interception of the Zimmermann telegram, marked a turning point in the war. The Russian Revolution of 1917 led to the overthrow of the Tsarist regime and the establishment of a Bolshevik government under Vladimir Lenin. The new government negotiated a separate peace with the Central Powers in March 1918 through the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk, allowing Germany to transfer troops from the Eastern Front to reinforce their positions in the West. The war ended on November 11, 1918, with the signing of the Armistice of Compiègne, which came into effect at 11 a.m., the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. The Treaty of Versailles, signed on June 28, 1919, formally ended the state of war between Germany and the Allied powers. The treaty imposed heavy reparations and territorial losses on Germany, reshaping the geopolitical landscape of Europe. World War I had far-reaching consequences that shaped the course of the 20th century. The collapse of the Austro-Hungarian, Russian, Ottoman, and German empires redrew national boundaries and led to the emergence of new states in Europe and the Middle East. The war also laid the groundwork for World War II, as unresolved issues and resentments fueled further conflicts. The war had profound social and cultural impacts as well. It challenged long-held beliefs in progress and civilization, exposing the brutality and inhumanity of modern warfare. The experiences of soldiers in the trenches, the mobilization of entire societies for war efforts, and the emergence of new roles for women in the workforce contributed to social change and the re-evaluation of traditional norms. In conclusion, World War I was a cataclysmic event that reshaped the world order and laid the groundwork for subsequent conflicts. Its legacy remains embedded in the collective memory of nations and continues to influence global politics and diplomacy to this day. The war's unprecedented scale of destruction and its profound impact on societies underscore the importance of understanding its causes, consequences, and lessons for future generations.